First of all, apologies guys, there's been no video recently. Been a bit tight for time, just a bit under the weather, so I've not been able to do one. But I am back, and it's today time for the Italian Grand Prix at Monza.
And Brazil, and there goes Prost! Oh, as did Arnoux, my goodness, what about Patrese now? Oh my goodness, this is fantastic! Senna is trying to go through on the inside, and it's happened immediately! This is amazing! Senna goes off in the first corner! Big position, and out goes Piqué! My goodness! I couldn't help it, and take back, oh my goodness!
So what's happened in the build-up to the Italian Grand Prix? Well, the honest answer is not very much. We have looked at next year's parts, researching that, as we've only got a few Grand Prix left. Apologies, not sat in the right place there already. Throwing myself off before the videos even probably got into it. We don't have much to do, so we've done the underfloor and we've done the front wing. Those are like the cover the most big areas, and I think it's where we were lacking last time. We have had also an email to say that our board confidence isn't looking too good going into the next few races, so fingers crossed we've still got that job going in Season 3. I think we might just secure it, but we've got to make sure we really take ourselves to the next level for that season. Points-wise, we know we're probably finishing third, but if we can show that the car has improved enough to challenge the Williams, we can hopefully secure something in a positive with the board. And I talked about being tight for time, so I'm going to get us straight into the race, basically. So there's Monza. Let's get into it. So all the way through practice, we were pretty much on line with Williams, but come to qualifying, we just missed out against Mansell and Patrese. So a little bit of work to do, but we are still right with them. And in all honesty, it's a lot better than that was that first 5-6 races. So go very different with the strategy today. We are trying to really push ourselves. This is the home Grand Prix of Ferrari, so we just do something different. And look, we're going for a soft medium with Prost. Very risky, going to be on the edge, and Schumacher, we're taking a slightly safer option, but we're putting the softs on at the end in the hope that gives us that little bit of advantage, because we know Michael just seems to come back into it at that last part of the race. Other than that, I think we just see how we get on and hope for the best, really. Apologies if there's any issue with the recording. I seem to be having some small issues, but hopefully that won't be too much of a problem as we are lights out and away we go. Prost getting a good start there, following up the Williams. Schumacher also doing well down the inside, but he may have a challenge from, I believe that's Cesaris. But, oh, Prost looks to go over the curb as he comes around. And now, can we get something coming out of this one? I think Prost is well and truly with the pack, but Schumacher is struggling on those hard tyres. He may be at disadvantage compared to the rest around him. Yes, there's some soft runners around him, and that's put the pressure on. But we know he can take it. We know he can manage. Now, Desazar is trying around the outside. Hopefully, yes, Schumacher has cleared that, and he can hopefully continue on to push for the top 5. So we've got a few things happening now. Prost getting involved with the front 3 are all battling wheel to wheel for first place. And well, Prost might have a challenge getting past if they're all like this. So one thing to note is that Schumacher is doing a good job keeping a hold of the pack. And I don't think he's going to have much issues staying in a top 5 position. One thing I want to know, Berger lost 2 places. One place to Desazar. So Desazar's doing really well off the line. That helps us propel Schumacher that bit higher. And so on to lap 3 we go, and this whole time we've not pushed Prost at all, but he's kept a very good distance to the guys ahead. Hopefully you guys should see, if there was quality issues earlier, they should hopefully be sorted out. I think I've sorted it. Yeah, so Prost doing well, stick onto the back, and if anything, that's kind of what we want for an element of it. But he is starting on the soft tires, so maybe what we do is we push him up in a yellow flag further behind us. A Schumacher keeping up well with these guys. I don't know who's gone off. We push Prost a little bit and hopefully he can just make some moves as we require him to do while on those soft tires. Prost now is very much on the back of this train, and Berger is coming alongside Schumacher further back. Schumacher putting in a good defense, but this may be with a no good outcome. I think Berger is eventually going to get past. We held him off for a couple laps, but it's Prost we want to know about. Is he going to get someone down the inside, of turn 1? He may get Mansell here, and I think there's nothing he can do about it. Prost puts his car down the inside. He's going to give it all he can, and that's what we want when he's on these tires. We may have to use a bit more fuel than we would typically expect at this point in the race. But we definitely can get them. He's got the pace. Now Mansell moves into a defensive position, going to the next corner, and he just closes that racing line and nearly into the back of him. Prost goes. And Prost, I've nearly missed it down the inside of Mansell into Curva Parabolica. And he's done it to the engineer's perspective, but he's still got a lot to do coming down. Further, he's still got the slipstream, so hopefully that keeps him ahead. They're bouncing. They're right neck and neck. Mansell just slightly better on the straight line speed as also Schumacher gets past Berger once again. Prost now forced to the outside, but he's in a better position. Can he keep a hold of it? He's still got that inside line. This is a lot better than the previous time on this corner. And hopefully he can come out in third place. I think he's going to do it. Let's stay with it. Surely. No, he backs out of it. And and that's Patrese. That is Patrese having gone off. Hopefully we'll get a replay of that. Where's Schumacher? Schumacher now right behind them. And he looks like he's kept his place with that kind of glitched movement there. So he goes off at the back there and it completely stops the guys behind him. Luckily for us, Prost got ahead and a lot of work to do now if he wants to catch Senna. We're just going to leave him pushing hard, get as much of a gap to the guys behind before pit stops. I think Patrese must have damage, in fact, because Mansell's all over the back of him and Schumacher's all over the back of the Williams. Here we go, looking there, but just behind him, you'll see Berger also applying pressure. Guys, it's all happened in the first few laps, and I've not got the time for the first few laps, and he's going for the move down the inside. Schumacher thinking about it on Mansell, as these two Williams have now really hampered their chances of a good finish. With Schumacher still there, it allows hopefully a good finish for Ferrari as, Mansell late dive to the inside. And that's going to really hurt us. Yeah, as Berger's going on past. We're going to have to leave these guys to battle. I can't really do much in there and I don't want to ruin Schumacher's strategy. Oh my, what a start to this it's been. So without slipstream, Prost has found it very difficult to stay ahead of the Williams and they've caught back up. This soft tire hasn't been as good as we'd hoped it would be, and I'm going to have to leave him not pushing so that he can make sure it lasts. Well, Mansell is definitely a man with no patience at the moment. He's going to come down the inside of Prost, coming up to turns 4 and 5. And well, Prost not going to make it easy for him. He holds it. Now we come to the Lesmos. Can Prost stay ahead? I think that's a given. But Mansell's still trying to round the outside, and he tucks it back in. I think we're going to see some Williams moves in a moment. Down this back straight, I don't see any other way, but Prost does go defensive. And I think he might hold on to it just about. But he's going to have two Williams try and go alongside him and a McLaren. And it looks like Mansell does get ahead. No answer back from Prost. But all this time, I'm happy because Schumacher has been kept in the loop on his hard, soft strategy. Ultimately, this has been good for us. This shows we are in that fight for podiums, and even Schumacher, to an extent, means he has an opportunity to get something from this race, and I reckon he could still, at the end, be possibly on for a podium. Long way to go, though. 40 laps, and well, I just know Prost and Mats are going to go wheel to wheel for a lot of this. So Berger has elevated himself to P2. A little kind of scrapping going on has caused this, but all this while I still don't see any issues. We look at his tyre life. He will, I think, get it just to the point we want it. We really want to go to lap 21 on the tyres if we can. It's just a procession now. These guys following and battling. As you see, Schumacher putting the pressure on Patrese, the man who spun earlier. Normally, we're one of the first cars to spin, so to see that it was Patrese gives me hope, as Prost also still trying moves in places you wouldn't expect. Ascari there, where he tried to get past Mansell. We're going to be back and forth for so much of this. Schumacher, you do it to me every time. He's ran wide, coming out of the second chicane where Patrese did. I think he's actually gone straight on. No, he has done the same. Not too much time lost, but the pressure's certainly on him to recover that position. He's still within the pack to an extent. Nothing to worry about at this point. The crucial moment's coming up now. Prost has been losing places. I think we're going to have to pit him this lap possibly. And I think we're going to go on to the hard tyre to get him to the end. I think otherwise he's going to struggle too much. So we're going to just put that request in now. Hopefully that's not one of us. Nope, it's not one of us locking up. So we're going to put him on the hard tires, get him to the end. Yes, it's different from the original projection. We might actually, God, you're getting the real insight into my bad thought process. We're going to do it manually here so that I can, oh, sugar plums. So I can see what the effect will have. So putting on the hard tire now. It's not going to let me see it now, but that, okay, yeah, I'm pretty confident that's a good call. Let's do it. Let's put the actual implications of that, and we'll actually get to the pit stop. So Prost should be just going into the pits now. There we go, dives off. Schumacher still in a great position behind them. If anything, I'd say Schumacher's in the best of positions. He has really done well there. He is going to take the tires longer. Obviously, they've started on mediums, whereas he started on hard. So I wonder how they're going to play it. We saw with Prost, he was on the medium soft strategy, and it wasn't the best. But unfortunately, they hold their tires just that little bit better. So really not sure how it's going to play out. But Prost comes out into a little bit of a battle. Hopefully easy enough for him to clear. So I just got a call that I didn't expect to get. We are expecting rain. We're expecting rain about lap 25, 26. Is that why they were on the medium tire to start with? That's a bit frustrating. I had not realized. I didn't even realize there was a chance of rain. In actual fact, it's coming a lot sooner. I've messed up Prost here. I really have. So now I'm in an element of caution and wonder of what do we do. Have we ruined our own position with this call? There we go. That's what we wanted. Berger just locked up at turn 11. Where's that? Oh, that's not turn 11. That's turn 1. Oh, he's all over the place. Hopefully, I think they're sorting that out for F1 Manager 23, but look at that. That's helped Michael Schumacher out. He's in a really good position again. It now comes down to when do we pit? We have a look. It's always the 1 millimeter mark. As I'm going to quickly pause it just before we get to that, because it's going up. I don't think it's going to go up to 1 yet. I think we keep going. It's going up quick, but not quick enough. And Schumacher, actually, we're going to go on board with him. Is he going for a move? He's thinking about it as Patrese now blocks it a little bit. Patrese on Mansell. Is Schumacher then going to sneak it as well? Not yet, not yet. In actual fact, where is Prost? Let me just quickly check on him. He's coming around the last corner, and it's just about to head to that level. There's a heavy rain moment, but most of it is going to be intermediates, I think. You know what? We've put Prost in a bad position. Let's risk it for a joggy biscuit. We put him on the intermediate tires and see if this works. Putting him in, and it's just about to pop to 1 millimeter, sorry, as that happens. The track is getting damp. I want to make the most out of these hard tires. I don't really want to be pitting Schumacher as of yet. Prost coming out now. You can see all the garages lined up, so they are coming in to put the intermediate tires on. We're going to have to put Schumacher on them as well. I don't see any other way if this is the way the race is going. Did that work? Yes, there we go. So we'll push Schumacher in for this lap and see how it goes. And just hope that the race goes in our favour. So I've just very quickly cancelled the pit stop because the race has gone back to below 1 millimeter. That is unexpected. They are pitting. We're not going to. Prost is on intermediates, and now he's not on the better tyre. Oh, we've really ruined this one for Prost, haven't we? We've not just gone bad, we've gone worse. He's in 8th position, and it's there on intermediates as well, and I really can't see it being good this one. We can get an extra lap out of it for Schumacher. Wasn't worth the risk, was it? We thought we were playing it nicely for Prost, and he's actually really lost out. We can't even use this graph. This graph says it's meant to get worse, and it's not. Okay, I'll come back to you guys when I know more. So Patrese and Berger have now gone into the pits, but we continue on with Schumacher because it's just within that window that it's not wet enough. And we might get away with that. I'm going to keep an eye on the differences in the interval. And immediately is gone back up quite dramatically. So now he is going to struggle, and oh, this is unfortunate. We will pit him now. I thought we were holding out there, and it's gone completely in the opposite direction. Oh, how gutting this is that Schumacher will have lost out big stuff. Oh, it's getting worse now. Both our strategies have gone to pot. There is Senna. I don't even want to look at it. I can't. Schumacher comes out in what could have been an amazing position, and he's now scrapping once again for that final podium spot as Mansell is well and truly out ahead. Prost has actually caught up quite a bit considering, so oh, it's all gone wrong. Let's not talk about it, guys. Let's not talk about it. And then to my surprise, Schumacher in those moments have got past Berger and then got past Patrese. So I don't know what's going on there. Look at him! Look at him go! Are they on dry tyres still? And surely they've not gone back onto dry tyres. He was absolutely flying, and he does get, yeah, he gets Patrese after that. What's whoa, let's slow it down. Why are they so far ahead? He's gone on to wets. What about Berger? Berger's just pit. Let's have a look at this. So that's Prost overtaking Patrese because he's on the wet tyres. Oh my, everything's going backwards. So Berger must have pit late. Oh, so we are definitely back in this scrap. Obviously the rain is expected to get heavy, but then expected to go back down. I really don't know how to call this. So long as we make a gap to Patrese, we're laughing, really. So the track is now considered wet, and that's going to fall into the hands of Patrese, but I still think this is going to come back down. So I think Williams have made the wrong call there with putting Patrese on the wet tyres. He's only going to have a few laps of goodness, I think. So now Mansell has gone onto the wet tyres, and that's propelled Schumacher up into second. I'm scared. Am I seeing this wrong? Are our weather reports that bad? But we see it's come back down below 4, so I don't see the need for a pit stop. I'm quite worried we've got the wrong information, but Senna is also in the intermediate. Berger, intermediate, everyone else. I think Williams have got the wrong call here. There's been a crash with a few cars, it looks like in the second chicane. We'll get a quick watch of that in just a moment, as Patrese still doing well. Mansell back in the pits, and it's going back up again. Is he going back onto intermediates? Oh, too much going all at once, guys. Let's have a look here. So I'm assuming somebody's locked up going to the chicane, and it's all gone wrong. Yeah, oh my god, it was a freeze frame. It was that much of an explosion. And well, that's it over for them. But, yeah, okay, it's just telling us they've got a penalty. I thought we'd got one there for a second. It's gone back up, and Mansell, I'm assuming, he's back on inters. What is he doing? He is so far back now, and it's playing into our hands incredibly. Track conditions changing once again, but it's balanced so much that there's no need to keep going back and forth. I don't know what to say, guys. It's here, there, and everywhere. We are laughing, guys. Patrese has now pit. Schumacher and Prost now lie second and third, and we are comfortable. We can take it easy. I think, you know what? I think we do take it easy. I think we get them to go light on their tyres. We know we can't catch Senna, so we just take it easy. Patrese, 23 seconds behind. Let's take no risks at all. I say no risks, and Prost is keen to get past Schumacher. And have I just seen that Patrese gone back in the pits again? They've gone to wets again. Senna's on wets now as well. This is insane. They're diving in and out. They must be getting told so many different things from each of their strategists. Yeah, I don't know what to say. We're just going to hold it out. I think, in all honesty, we can go back to standard, and they're fighting each other now, aren't they? Look at that. I didn't want to fight on our hands, so long as it doesn't go wrong, guys. I don't mind it, but it always seems to go wrong for us. Ferrari now battling for second place at their home Grand Prix. Senna's still way down the road. We're not catching him, but yeah, everyone's gone to wet tyres, and I don't see a need to. I think we're on the better strategy. Let's just see how it goes. They're going wheel to wheel. They haven't gone wheel to wheel for a few laps now, and the gap to Senna is coming down a couple seconds at a time. He is really not on the right strategy. With just 9 laps to go, intermediates obviously all the way. I don't see any issue with that. I think they're expecting a wave of rain to come, but surely this is all in our favour, and Senna's nowhere near the pit lane. I don't think he's got an intention to go in. 16 seconds now, the gap. Yeah, this is looking mighty good at the moment. I'm holding my breath at this point. I really am. The Schumacher's locked up. It's caused Prost to go ahead. I'm kind of not asked about that. Makes it for better in the sense of we're not risking an instant with each other. They can go at it a little bit harder now. With Senna still on the wet tyres, I am tempted to push Prost. Schumacher, I really want to get on the podium, so I'm not going to push him. Not to get anyone excited whatsoever, but that was Senna in your shot. With 3 laps to go, we've been closing the gap mighty quick, and we could have the lead of the Grand Prix. We could be finishing in our first 1-2 ever with Ferrari here. I don't want to get the hopes up, but it's getting mighty close. Senna's going slow. He's going so slow on those wet tyres. Prost is thinking about it down the inside. We've got a lapped car ahead. That's just caused an issue here. But surely that means Senna is going to be going into the pit lane in just a moment. Let's quickly get to there and have a look. I think he's got to at this rate. If he's holding out, it's his own race ruined as Prost now goes to the edge there, and he's staying out. It's in our hands, guys. I don't know what to say. Here we go. Prost on Senna for the lead of the Grand Prix. The Rain Master has made a terrible mistake, I think. Prost goes for it on his intermediate tyres. He's made it look easy, and that Senna lost 1 place. Now it's on to Schumacher for the responsibility of getting second. Surely it's easy. Come on, guys. You're making it look like it's a foregone conclusion. I don't want to say it too loudly as Schumacher darts left and right looking for the space. He'll get him in a moment. Inside of the second Lesmo, Schumacher goes for Prost, and we now have P1 and P2 in this race, and I'm not going to touch anything now. This is it till the end of the Grand Prix with 2.5 laps to go. Where can we finish? It's the holy grail of motorsport, guys. We are Ferrari, we are in Italy, and we are P1 and P2 in a championship we had no hopes in. The rain fluctuating so badly has caused them to pit a multitude of times, and Senna has tried to stick it out on the wets, and it's gone all wrong. We now have a battle in the last lap for the lead of the race. I can't watch. Oh my god, here comes Schumacher trying to take Prost into the second chicane, but he doesn't manage it. Coming into the Lesmos. Is Schumacher gonna go for a dive down the inside? I'm not touching anything, my hands are away. This is just between Prost and Schumacher. What a result this could be, but we've still got a little bit to go, and we know what they've done in the past. Senna is not even in question if we can keep it together. Another driver's locked up. I don't know who that is, but Schumacher is right up behind Prost. Through Ascari they go. He's got one last opportunity, and it comes here down to Curva Parabolica. And Schumacher goes to the outside. Prost takes a defensive line. That's a smart approach from Prost. I don't think Schumacher can get this. We are now coming round the last corner for the end of the Italian Grand Prix. There goes Prost. It's surely given now, and it's across the line. P1 and P2. We have done it, guys. We have had a 1-2 finish for Ferrari. At the homeland, the Tifosi, you can hear them going wild left and right. That's your left and mine. No, it's not right. Oh my god, guys. What a finish to this race. And Williams finished off the podium entirely. Exactly what we needed. Oh, I think we need to watch these celebrations. We'll ignore the animation stuff because obviously it's just a model change. But there's Prost celebrating the win of the Grand Prix. Schumacher will be alongside him as they'll be on the podium, I imagine. Celebrations. They're well deserved. They are well deserved. There it is. You know, for the design of them, they've done a really good job. It could be better, you know, if the Cobas had it, but this someone in their own time has made Prost. I'll give them that. It's a really good model for the little time they had to put into it. Do we get a podium celebration sequence? I can't remember. I think because Schumacher hasn't got a real face, we don't. Yeah, I think that's it. But what a race that was. What a race. Confirmation then that Prost and Schumacher 1 and 2 there. 16 points between us. And I think I just want to go straight into the drivers and construction championship, see where we got to. Prost moves into 4th place in the drivers championship. It's now no longer a given that we won't get 2nd for him there. He is getting close with a 10 points boost. And even Schumacher, he may not be in it really, but that is a mighty good confidence booster to him to get his first podium of the season. And we look at the constructors and we close that gap a very good margin. Maybe it's not really possible for us to still get it, but that really does put a dent in it. In the sense of Williams and their dominance of 2nd place, we could still, in theory, maybe get something out of this. So we have 4 races to go: the Dutch Grand Prix, the Spanish, the Japanese, and the Australian Grand Prix. And my oh my, we've given ourselves just that little bit more of an opportunity to take back 2nd. If we look at the required responses, what are they require a response to? Congratulations there, that's always good. Regulation changes, you don't really get to see this bit, guys. More money? Oh yes, more money please, I will always vote for that. And there's refurbishments. I'm happy, guys. That is the best race we've had in Season 2. And hopefully there's more to come if we can see more dramatic weather changes. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.